Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Those of you who are watching from home, we are live today with our amazing partner, Jenny Main, who is with the Grand Velas Resorts, which is one of our absolute favorite properties in Mexico. Their properties are located kind of throughout different areas of Mexico that Jen will touch on, but Angie and I have both experienced them, and we can vouch 100% firsthand. They're absolutely spectacular. So thank you, Jenny, for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having me. This is exciting. This is my first official Facebook Live, so what an honor.
Oh, how exciting. Perfect. And this will be recorded, so we'll be able to share it with whoever doesn't get to watch it live.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, so I'd love to give you guys a little overview for everyone who tuned in. Thank you so much for joining us. I've had the pleasure of working for Velas Resorts for just over 3 years now. And we have 6 beautiful hotels that I'll touch on briefly. But what I really want to key in for you guys is specifically what resort I think would be a good fit based on what you're looking for. We all know there's lots of options when traveling to Mexico, and especially with the current times, I want to give you guys some relevant information, some fun information, and help you guys kind of get excited to start planning your next trip. Obviously, yeah, I work very closely with Janet and Angie, and they know the resorts inside and out. So when you guys book with them, you can book with confidence. They work directly with me. We have a very strong working professional relationship. So any special requests that you have, anything that you need, you can definitely feel confident when you book with them that you're going to get the best deal. You're going to get the best amenities, the best suite, because we all help each other in this industry. So I'm excited to share more.
Can't wait.
All right, so here's a quick picture of me, and I'm based in Arizona, like Janet and Angie, and I'm the regional sales manager for Velas Resorts. So I cover all 6 of our beautiful hotels, and it's an honor and a privilege to represent such a beautiful, small, family-owned company. So if you can all see the map here, all the blue dots are where we have hotels. If you're considering a trip to Mexico with a loved one, with your family, we absolutely have a hotel in all of the major destinations. So on the far left is Baja, California, and we have 2 hotels right in Cabo San Lucas. So they're right in the tourist corridor, overlooking the Sea of Cortez, beautiful panoramic views. And then in the middle of the map, you'll see 2 little blue dots. We actually have 3 hotels all near Puerto Vallarta. 2 are just 5 minutes from the airport, and Grand Velas is just 15 minutes north of that. And then on the far right-hand side of the map is Playa del Carmen, and we have a beautiful hotel there. It's our largest hotel in the collection, Grand Velas Riviera Maya. Most beautiful beach, landscape, gorgeous views, white powdery sand. Absolutely stunning. So 6 different hotels all throughout Mexico.
And Mexico is open for business right now, right? I mean,
it absolutely is. Yep. I was just there last week. It's amazing. I feel like the hospitality and the safety measures that they've put in order are absolutely incredible. From the second your airplane lands in Mexico to the minute you're picked up by your transportation, everything is sanitized, and they have new policies and procedures to keep you guys even safer than ever before. So, yes. And so
we're heading to Mexico actually on Monday.
Ah, wonderful. What part? What destination?
We're going to be in Cabo, so we'll do a little Facebook Live from the beaches of Cabo next week. So definitely we know that Mexico is open for tourism.
Love it. And right now the government still has some restrictions in place that require occupancy to be low. So it was currently 30%. And I think just in Riviera Maya, they've opened it up to 60%. So something that I experienced firsthand was just nice, low occupancy, plenty of space around the pool. Nothing felt overcrowded. And with speaking to one of the general managers at our hotel, she said, even when they increase that number, she feels very confident to keep it still at 30, because it's not about making money for the hotel. It's about keeping everyone safe. And I think that says a lot about the brand.
I love it. It's a huge advantage for people that like more privacy to be able to travel with those occupancy levels as low as they are, especially during festive time.
Yep, I couldn't agree more. So, yep, lots of open space, and the restaurants, they're doing just like they are in the States, where one table's open, the next table is closed, sanitizing in between every time you get up and leave and come back to your chair. So even down by the pool, they've implemented some new, just little things that really make a difference. At Grand Velas Riviera Nayarit, when you check in and you get your chairs by the pool, you stay in those chairs for the duration of your stay. So there's a little reserved card, and it just kind of helps minimize the amount of contact that you have if you're always going to the same chair. Of course,
No
there's
fighting
sanitizing.
over chairs.
Exactly. You have your own.
6 in the morning and put your stuff down like we did in college, right? To save your spot for the day.
Yes, you have your own reserved cabana, so you don't have to worry at all.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So the current slide I have up is just a few things that are my perspective. I feel like if you were to ask 10 people what they love most about the brand, you'd probably get 10 different answers. But there's a few things with my personality and my interests and kind of my age group that really stand out. And number one is definitely the wellness programs that the hotels have. They're equipped to do wellnessing every day out of the year. It used to be kind of like an added perk for the hotel, and now I feel it's absolutely essential. People want to go on vacation and relax and detox, and put away their cell phones and really focus on, finding their zen. So on the left, you can see I attended our wellness getaway, which was last year at Grand Velas Riviera Nayarit. This was a set program where they had professionals from all over the world come in to talk about eating healthy, about detoxing, about juicing, cleansing, yoga, meditation. We even did a crystal reading class. So that's all included in the rate. And that's something I'll definitely touch on, is what does all-inclusive mean with a luxury brand like Velas Resorts? And having experienced some of the competition, I know that there's a lot of hidden fees. And with Velas Resorts, there's one fee when you book your room and everything else is included. So with the wellness getaway, when you book that time period, everything that was provided at the resort was included in the rate.
That's fantastic. So it's not, and just kind of to clarify for people who are watching, I think a lot of times when we think of all-inclusive resorts, we think of, not super, we don't necessarily think super luxury, but the Grand Velas, and Angie and I can both vouch for this, are 100% 5-star properties. If it wasn't an all-inclusive resort, it would still be a 5-star property. So I think that the fact that it's all-inclusive is really just a super added bonus. It doesn't detract at all from the quality of what you're getting. In fact, I think you're getting quite a bit more than you would normally get.
Yeah, I'm so glad you touched on that. For everybody tuning in, if you've ever in your life gone to an all-inclusive that wasn't Velas Resorts, I want you to put that experience aside. Maybe it was wonderful and great, but I really want you to just go into this with a completely new open mind. This is a luxury brand, so AAA 5 Diamond with 2 Michelin star chefs, food and wine pairings, over the top culinary experiences. The only difference is that the price is built into the rate. So you're not going to have to pay for, your San Luis Obispo County wine or your Rada and Chianti Italian wine. That's all included in the rate. So no upsell or upcharge for any of that. It also includes Wi-Fi, parking, gratuity, service fees, resort fees, all of that. I know we've all been hit up where you book the great rate online and then you get to the hotel and there's $100 per night resort fee. So none of that, it's all included.
Yeah.
And your culinary art program is so amazing because you have so much diversity at each of the resorts, and you serve with a menu. You don't even feel as though it's all inclusive. And I think that, when my husband and I, Jen, hosted us back in January, when I shared with him that this was not going to be the all-inclusive type experience where it's buffet after buffet after buffet, you make your dinner reservations, you sit down, there's a menu. And really, Jen, I'd love for you to talk about all the different types of foods and the different themes of each of the restaurants, because I think the variety is so important as well.
Yep, absolutely. The Grand Velas brand, they have a gourmet Italian, Mexican, French, Sen Lin, which is our Asian infusion, and all of the lead chefs in those restaurants are from the region that they're preparing. So we definitely have amazing sous chefs that are Mexican born and raised, and they are extremely talented and capable. But I do love that the head chef is from the region where the restaurant is preparing the food. So the recipes are all made from scratch. I mean, the Italian restaurant, all the pastas are hand rolled and handmade. So it's not your typical all-inclusive by any means.
And Jen, I'll say, I mean, I'm a pretty picky eater and have some like dietary restrictions. They were so incredibly accommodating. I mean, they literally accommodate every preference, every allergy, gluten-free, all this stuff. And I was just so impressed by how amazingly quickly they were able to adapt menu items and accommodate different types of food preferences and restrictions.
I love to hear that. Yeah. And I love for families that might be traveling in big groups that nobody has to pull their wallet out. You know, if you want the tomahawk steak and the lobster and the kids want 2 or 3 different entrees, like nobody's counting, nobody has to worry. You can all just enjoy the time together without having to worry about pulling out your wallet. So it's really nice to have it all included.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, all right, moving on. The photo on the right is just a yoga class that we did. This is at Grand Velas Los Cabos, and kind of just keying back into the wellness. This is all included complimentary. So you can do Pilates, yoga. They have an agenda every single week when you check in. And now we have the Velas app that you can download on your phone. So it'll show you the activities that are happening complimentary around the resort, which is great. When I'm in Riviera Maya, I love to do the beach workout. There's an amazing physical trainer that brings all of his equipment down to the beach, and it's in the morning before it gets too hot. And it's so fun to train right there with the waves crashing and get good exercise while you're relaxing on vacation. So another thing that stands out for me is just the little things that they do to make your stay special and unique. This is a swim up bar, which is still like one of my favorite things. This was in Cabo. We were just hanging out in the infinity pool overlooking the Sea of Cortez, and the bartender hopped in the water with a surfboard, and he brought, you know, all the different alcohols. I think you can see Grey Goose there. There's some tequila, and he brought all the mixers and said, "All right, ladies, I'm going to fix you up some drinks. What would you like?" So they just, every time I'm there, it's not even specifically stuff that I know about. They're just constantly having these little fun surprises that just really enhance your vacation and make it special.
That just elevates the whole experience right there.
Exactly. I already had a cocktail in my hand, and, you know, then comes the swim up bar. So why not grab another one?
Perfect.
Yeah. And then in January, my family went to Grand Velas Riviera Nayarit. And this is a picture of my brother and my nephew Jackson, and he was able to receive baby's first haircut in the salon there. So that's something. There was 9 of us traveling on the vacation, my parents, my brother, his in-laws, and we were all able to take part in this little special memory with Jackson. And to be together on vacation sharing stuff like this, I feel like really sets us apart from some of the competition. The photo on the right-hand side is the baby concierge, which I'll get into in a little more detail. Janet, I know you posted a beautiful picture from Grand Velas Los Cabos of the baby concierge as well. But the concept is that we just provide everything that you would need if you were traveling with a little one. So the stroller in the background was complimentary, the books, the buckets, little Poncho, our mascot. So you can see Jackson's having an absolute blast, and why wouldn't he? But I just love that all of this is included. So,
and I mean, I've traveled with my kids since they were infants. Like both my kids' first trips out of the country were to Mexico when they were 4 months old. And we schlepped so much stuff. And it was such a headache just having to constantly worry, like, is the water that we're using to fill the bottles and wash the bottles, is it clean enough? Is it good enough? Like, I mean, I packed so much stuff. I think I probably spent like $300 just in like extra luggage. And I love that the Grand Velas makes that so seamless and so easy, and just takes all that off the shoulders of the family, so you can truly enjoy the experience without having to like schlep all this extra luggage with you just to take care of your baby.
It's so true. Every morning they came to our suite and they removed Jackson's old bottles and brought clean, sanitized ones filled with milk. So when there was a knock on the door, we're like, oh, here comes Jackson's morning bottle delivery. I mean, he was treated like a king. So we all had a wonderful time.
That's so
convenient.
Yes. And then I think there's so many things that stand out, but one of my absolute favorites is suite service. So at Grand Velas, 24 hours a day, you can request suite service, and they will bring you whatever you would like directly to your room. So you can enjoy breakfast out on your balcony overlooking the beautiful ocean. You can enjoy it from, there's a beautiful dining room area in the suites. And my favorite is obviously just comfy right in bed. So You can see by my smile, I had just had the concierge pour my nice hot cup of coffee, and I don't even remember what I ordered. It looks like it might have been an egg white omelet, but I just love that that's included in the all-inclusive, so you can just relax and enjoy and feel like a queen.
I'll tell you, the one thing I had them do that I'd never had done at a hotel is I had them draw me a bath, and it was like unbelievable. I mean, I've not had someone draw me a bath in many, many years, and literally like called downstairs, the butler came, he drew me the bath. By the time I got up to my room, it was all ready to go, and I felt so spoiled and pampered. It was just phenomenal.
I love that. And the spa bathtubs are huge. They're so big, and they have the jets in there and the L-Octane luxury products with the little bath fizzes. So it's definitely, I take a bath every day when I'm there. Great. So now I'm on to just on kind of the more detailed information about Velas. So there's definitely a big difference between 5-star and 5-diamond. And I kind of want to touch on that. Like if you were to go to Taco Bell and you had a great experience, you could give it 5 stars. That's easy to do. Anyone can do it. Maybe someone else would have a 1-star experience. If somebody had a 5-star, that goes online and that's public. What you aren't able to do with AAA 5-diamond is give your own rating. It's only awarded by AAA, and it's extremely hard to receive. So all of our Grand Velas brand has received AAA 5-diamond award. It's hundreds of pages. They go through the suites, they go through the restaurants, they go through the pool. I mean, they're checking corners for dust. So we're really proud that we have the largest number of AAA diamond awards outside of the United States. Our small brand has over 52 diamonds, and those come from the restaurants and the hotels and the suites. So that's
congratulations. That's quite the accomplishment, especially considering, and I love, one of the things I love about the Grand Velas, Angie and I are really passionate about supporting smaller family-owned businesses. And Grand Velas, would you agree, Jen? It's still a very boutique brand. It's not owned by a large conglomerate. There's not thousands of hotels around the world. It's just very niche, very boutique, very luxury. And I feel very much like a personal connection to the people who work there. Almost
Thank
like
you. Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. There's definitely that personal touch that you experience throughout your visit. And a lot of times when you're at a resort, you really don't know what's available to you. But the way that the concierge program is set up, there is that get to know you as the guest, get to understand how your vacation, how you travel, and what are your needs, whether your trip is family focused or whether it's more retreat and spa focused. I mean, my husband and I spent a full day in the spa. It's absolutely incredible. And the service that we received from room to room was just amazing. It's an experience where you don't always know what you're going to get until you're actually there. It just unfolds. It's amazing.
Thank you. Yeah. And another perfect example with the pandemic, I know that there were a lot of people who had booked online through third parties. And when everything unfolded and they needed to cancel their trip, they were kind of pushed up against the wall and there was no refunds available. Working for a small family-owned brand, the owners said, we need to take care of these travel agents and all of their clients. This is a chance for us to shine and really show them what sets us apart. So everybody was refunded or they were able to reschedule, and there was no questions asked. There was no jumping through hoops. And so working for a small family-owned brand where I know the owners and they know me, we're all committed to making sure everybody has the best possible experience.
And we had some of our clients rescheduled, and it was really easy to work with you, Jen. And you gave our clients, time to determine what those new dates would be. And we've got travelers that'll be there, a family that'll be traveling over Thanksgiving at the Riviera Maya. I think they're going to have a wonderful time. A much needed vacation.
Yes. And I uploaded our agenda for Thanksgiving so you could see it and we could kind of show everyone tuning in what they have planned, because there's some really fun, unique ideas that they have in store for Thanksgiving.
So fun.
Yep. Okay. So moving on, we've got our acclaimed gastronomy, which we already kind of touched on. All the restaurants are amazing, over the top. This is just one example. Scallops are one of my favorite seafoods, but everything is a work of art. It's custom made to order. So you receive a beautiful menu when you walk into the restaurant and you can pick and choose what you would like. Some of them are up to 10 courses. If you want something a little more casual, they have that as well. We do have buffets as well. So you can kind of go as formal or as casual as you would like. And then wellnessing, of course, I touched on, but that's included in the price. We also have beautiful wellness suites that you can book where they take out the mini bar and all the unhealthy foods and replace them with healthy snacks. So I've definitely done the wellness program when I've traveled down there, and I had coconut water, Perrier, Pellegrino, nuts and fruits. And so it's a really great way if you want to travel and still kind of stay with your fitness goals. We can definitely accommodate that.
Which is great, especially for an all-inclusive, because that's one thing that happens a lot when we travel is that we end up eating and taking all these extra calories, and it's really hard. With my health and wellness background, I always try to encourage people. Will ask me well, how do I stay healthy? How do I make sure that I don't come back happy but 5 pounds heavier? And the Velas Resorts does a really nice job, and they can even help make suggestions, right, on healthy alternatives.
Yep. So if you book the wellness suite on the first day of your stay, our wellness concierge will meet with you and talk about what your goals are. And so for some people, maybe your goal is just eating a healthy breakfast and doing one physical activity during the day. For some people, it's I'm here. I want to take full advantage of everything you have to offer. Help me with my entire meal. Here are some things I want to cut. Maybe it's sugars and carbs. And so our concierge will help detail that whole menu for you so you can stay on track and feel good about what you're eating.
Yeah, that's phenomenal.
I love it. Yes. And then this is a picture of one of our kids clubs. So for those who are tuning in that are traveling with family or interested in traveling with little ones, you can drop them off at our kids club at 11 a.m. and it is open all the way till 11 p.m. So we definitely have restaurants that are adults only. We have ones that are family friendly as well. But if you want to enjoy your adults only dinner, you can drop your kids off. There's so much for them to do. They love the kids club and it's complimentary. So the teens club is amazing too. They have super cool dance floor. They have, virtual reality video games. It's really set up to be a fun spot, a mocktail bar where they can go up and order, their virgin pina colada. So, definitely I feel like that's a key selling point for families that are traveling with teens and young ones, that everyone's taken care of all the way from the baby concierge up to the teenager. They're not quite old enough to drink, but they still want to go and hang out with kids or teens their age.
Jen, is this open right now during the pandemic?
Yep, it is open. They're doing, limited capacity, which is what they're doing throughout the hotel, but at 30% occupancy, there's no issues getting children in. So absolutely. And kind of in the thick of the pandemic, it was really neat. I think I was sharing with you, Angie, it might've been Janet, I don't remember, but we had one of our hotels, Grand Velas Riviera Maya, that opened up a separate suite for the family's children, and they brought toys and games in there. So that way they had limited exposure. They were still able to relax and play somewhere. And it was a separate space set up for them. So definitely if you have special requests, we can accommodate. We will do everything we can. But Kids Club is open. The spas are open again. So the resorts are definitely ready to welcome you with open arms.
And then does the Kids Club do different activities outside as well?
Yep, they all have an outdoor area. It's set up like a super cute kind of like preschool with slides and swings. Cabo has a little water park as well. And they do super unique activities kind of specific to the season. So they'll do cupcake decorating, Easter egg hunt, all kinds of stuff based on the time of year. And so they can get outdoors and get fresh air and run around and play, and then also be inside if they want to relax and hang. You see the TV there. If they need some quiet time, they can go climb into one of those little teepee tents and relax and enjoy.
I think that's awesome. And I know you had mentioned it, and what you and I had spoken, and just how you've had to maybe change some of your amenities as a result of the pandemic, but certainly you're offering just as many, but you're creating more private experiences, such as bringing the childcare into the family suite versus those families utilizing the center as often.
Yep, all of the Grand Velas brand has the option to hire a babysitter. So if you would like a trained professional to come into the suite and stay with your little ones inside the room, they're more than happy to do that, and you can book it through your concierge. So I think what really stands out to me is everyone's in a different place with how they feel with regards to travel. Some are ready to pack their bags today. They have no concerns, and some want to go, but they want to feel that little extra measures that hotels are taking. So wherever anyone's at in this, process, we can accommodate, and we will make sure that you feel safe and that your families are taken care of. So, yeah.
And your properties are enormous, even at full capacity. I mean, you're built around creating private experiences. So, regardless of the 30% or 60%, you're already equipped for that. And it only just makes it more enticing in times like this, given the social distancing.
Absolutely. Yep, absolutely. So the suites are a minimum of 1,000 square feet. So your rooms are big and spacious. Your balconies are big and spacious. You know, the pool area is meant to be triple the size of what they could actually accommodate. So there's lots of spacing in between the lounge chairs. If you want to hang by the pool, they have, the lounge chairs there. The beach has private cabanas. So I think a cabana is a perfect way to get your social distancing. You have, the sides on all four if you'd like to close it up, and you can still get food and drink service all day. So it's really up to, everyone tuning in for what they feel comfortable with. But what I can say, having been to the resorts last week, is that from the second you arrive to the second you leave, every single measure has been taken to make sure you're even more safe than before. When they were scanning my passports, they took out wipes and they were sanitizing the front and the back. So when they handed the passport back to me, it was clean. Everything. They're wearing masks over their face and then the shield over the top of that. The shield is obviously clear, so you can still see their beautiful eyes and, their bright faces. But every measure that has been taken, they've definitely gone leaps and bounds to make sure everyone feels safe and stays safe.
That's great.
Yeah. So now we're into Little Casa Velas, which is our small boutique hotel. It's in Puerto Vallarta, 5 minutes from the airport. This is kind of a bird's eye view. You can see the plush, beautiful green all around it. It's nestled right on a golf course, so it's absolutely convenient for golf lovers. If anyone is tuning in and loves to golf, this is like your little secret oasis waiting to happen. The suites are beautiful. They have, Mexican decor, little private pools on the balcony. And this hotel is our only one that's adults only. So for everyone listening that is traveling and, you don't want to hear the little squeals and playful noises of kids by the pool, you can book Casa Velas, and it is an all adults only experience.
And Jen, where is it again?
It's in Puerto Vallarta, 5 minutes from the airport, and it's located right near the marina. So that's a really popular area. When I stay at Casa Velas, I like to walk down to the marina, and there's little restaurants and shops and even your little Starbucks so you can grab your cup of coffee. It's a really great location.
Perfect.
And then Grand Velas Riviera Nayarit. So this is still, you would fly into Puerto Vallarta, and then it's about 15 minutes north of the airport. So still super quick and convenient. You can see from this photo, there's 3 infinity pools. They're all overlooking Banderas Bay. On the right-hand side, those 2 little palapas are swim-up bars. So you can just, hop in the pool and swim on over and get your margarita or whatever you're feeling like eating. Drinking. And then on the left is Azul, which is our buffet and restaurant. So there are many different dining options at this hotel. Again, all inclusive, 267 suites. So a beautiful property. And then the accommodations, like I mentioned, the smallest rooms are 1,000 square feet. So here's a picture of one of the suites. Beautiful, spacious, your own balcony. You can see the ocean from the room. At this hotel, every single room on property has a view. It's in a crescent shape, the hotel. So regardless of what room you book, you're going to get a beautiful view. The ground floor is considered a pool view because you don't have that elevation to see the ocean. A lot of people love the ground floor because your patio walks right out onto the pool. But the higher you get up with each floor, the more beautiful the view gets. And then we have Grand Velas Los Cabos. So it's the same hotel shape. You can kind of see from this photo. It's a crescent shape. Every hotel room looks over the beautiful ocean, 3 infinity pools. This is our newest Grand Velas property. So this one has a 2 Michelin star chef, amazing dining options, kids club, teen center. And then the pool closest to the water is an adults only pool. So I really like that too. Our hotels that are family friendly have really done a good job at designating certain spaces that are just for adults. So you can have the quiet, relaxing vacation, or you can have the family friendly experience, kind of whatever you're
looking for. When I was there, it was pretty peak season. It was in February, and there was there were certainly families there, but it did not ever feel like overwhelming. You know, I mean, definitely there was still tons of privacy, and it's so spacious. I feel like the pictures don't do it justice, but when you're in the pool, there's so much space everywhere that you never feel crowded.
Yep, I couldn't agree more. Absolutely. And you can kind of see the private cabanas there on the beach. Those are all included in the rate. So you can go right down, have your toes in the ocean and in the sand, and get service all day long from there.
Yeah, no $200 a day upsell for a cabana for 2 hours.
Absolutely not. So, and then our biggest property is Grand Velas Riviera Maya. This is a great option, I would say, for multi-generational families, for all different age groups that want lots of stuff going on. You'll see here it says 3 unique ambiances. That's because this hotel has 3 separate buildings that all cater towards kind of different stuff. If you are an adult traveling, or say a honeymooner, a young couple, the picture here is our oceanfront suites, and the pool here is for adults only, which is really nice. So again, you can still have that quiet, relaxing vacation if you'd like, or some of the other buildings have more activities going on, you know, the kids club, all of that. And then our spas, I could talk for an hour about this, but I'll keep it down to a minute. The spa at Grand Velas Riviera Maya is 89,000 square feet. So they're huge and spacious. And when you book a spa treatment, whether it's a facial, a massage, it includes our 7-step water journey. So the photo you're seeing here, you can see there's almost like a waterfall effect going into the pool here. And that's to relax your muscles. You can put your back up against it. In the back side of the photo, you'll see like some lounge chairs that are in the water, so that you can lay on. And while you're in the pool, the hydrotherapy circuit, there's little jets that are coming out from these lounge chairs that will massage you while you're in the water.
And I've been to a lot, like I love spas, and I'm a little bit of a spa snob. I've been to some incredible spas around the world. And my husband and I both agreed, like, this was one of the best spa experiences. And it wasn't even like the experience. It wasn't the main event. It was like the pre-event. And it was so amazing. Like, I could have done that every day I was there.
I couldn't agree more. They've won awards all throughout Mexico, but even more impressive all throughout the world. So we've definitely had people, you know, that write for different spa magazines come and say, you know, I've done the most amazing experience in Europe, and I've done the most amazing one in Australia. And there is no question or doubt that yours are right in par, if not better than all of those. So it's amazing to hear people's feedback. Yeah. And to experience it firsthand. It definitely stands out to me. The wellness and spa is definitely way up there as some of my favorite things.
And our clients who have done it said the same thing. They were like, Janet, we were just blown away. And I'm like, okay. You know, they're like, you almost undersold it. I'm like, well, you always want you to undersell it. But everyone was just blown away by this experience.
Yeah. And for everybody listening into, if there's something that's kind of piqued your interest, obviously reach out to Angie and Janet. They have videos, they have, you know, fact sheets and information. We can send you YouTube clips, anything if you want to do like a virtual walkthrough of the spa. We have all of that. So please take little notes of things that have stood out to you, and we'll make sure you can get more information.
Part of the fun is making your decision on what treatment. There's so many available. The options are unlimited.
Yes. And what I love now with the Velas app that you can download on your phone is you can just scroll through and see all the treatments they're offering. And you can also book with your concierge through the app on your phone, which is really cool too. So I like to go through and read them. They have some really neat like tequila massages. You know, they use chocolate. And so they're always coming up with creative new stuff. Now they have a CBD oil massage. So they're definitely very trendy with the services that they offer.
Options are limitless.
Yes, absolutely. So, and then of course, all 6 of our hotels have an amazing wedding team. So if you know anyone who's getting married, or if they're considering, you know, the getting married at home is just too stressful, too much to organize, too many details, we have some really great package options where your, you know, guests can just book the hotel through Angie and Janet, and then the wedding is included with everything from the rehearsal to, you know, the beautiful dinner. And so We have vendors that we work closely with, but we also encourage brides, if they want to bring in grooms, their own vendors, we welcome that as well. So keep us in mind. There's so many beautiful spots throughout the hotel. If they want a garden wedding, if they want a beachfront wedding, if they want something small and intimate, we can do weddings as small as 2 people, all the way up to, gosh, the Riviera Maya Hotel, you could do, 1,000. So we can accommodate groups of all sizes.
Yeah, and the pictures are amazing. Like, it's a great place to go if you want to take like just spectacular wedding photos.
Absolutely, definitely. And then, of course, we have Stay Safe with Velas Resorts. So this chart shows you some of the hygiene protocols that we implemented. And we did this like right away. It was in March where we put together 15 pages of details of what we were going to do moving forward to make it even more safe and even more sanitized. And experiencing the resorts firsthand last week, I can absolutely say that they have touched on everything and more. So the website's on the bottom here. It's just staysafe.velas resorts, and Angie and Janet have the information as well. So if you'd like a 1-page reference sheet, we have that. If you'd like the full 15 pages that shows every department and what we're doing, we have that as well. And then here's our Thanksgiving agenda. So I thought it would be fun to post it because like the girls mentioned, they have some clients coming to Grand Velas Riviera Maya. So this is basically 10 a.m. to 7:30. Every night you'll see a special show. So for Thanksgiving, they're going to do a Cirque du Soleil show. But there's, bike tours available, scuba diving, beach volleyball, kind of everything you can imagine they have. And I know Angie and Janet mentioned that a lot of you guys are kind of younger, fun couples. And so I wrote down a couple of things that stand out to me as fun stuff to do in the destination. There are so many options. And of course, we can work with you guys if you want to do a taco tour, if you want to do a road trip, if you want to do something downtown. But last time I was in Cabo, I had the opportunity to experience our private yacht, Bella. And it was over the top, white glove service, Vouvet Crucot upon entry. And you can book the private yacht to go out and tour the arch in Cabo. So I think that's really unique and fun. Toto Santos.
That is like VIP all the way. If you want to feel like a VIP, you get on this private yacht with this white glove service, you're going to feel like you're royalty.
Literally, it's what dreams are made of. It's the profile picture on my Facebook page, and I will to the day I die remember that experience as something so special. So,
and then fun to do if you're like traveling with a group or with friends or with multi-generational, like that would be like a highlight of any experience. There's nobody that would not think that that was amazing.
Yeah, we had a bachelorette party book it recently, and I just think what a fun way to spend an afternoon with your girlfriends is get picked up, white glove service, all the foods included. They were blasting the most fun music. So we were, shaking our booties and having fun and getting to snap pictures of the arch. And the weather is always so beautiful in Cabo and the water. So it was an experience of a lifetime for sure. And then also there's Toto Santos, which is just a couple hours north of the hotel. And so we did a day trip there. That's where the iconic Hotel California is that the Eagles sang about. It's a super cute, sleepy little Mexican village. I absolutely love it. In Puerto Vallarta, my favorite road trip, you can actually just Uber now. So it's as easy as can be. You don't have to worry about converting from US dollars to pesos. You just open up the app on your phone. I put in Sayulita, and from our hotels in Puerto Vallarta, it's less than 30 minutes to get there. And it's a so super cute surfer town. Have either of you girls been to Sayulita?
Yeah, I love it. They have great tacos and ceviche.
Yes.
Bars. I'm like all about the food. I'm like, okay, wait. Tacos, ceviche, margaritas, Sayulita is like hands down one of my favorite little towns. It's super authentic still. It hasn't gotten overly like touristy. So I really like that. So people looking for an authentic experience, it's a great little place to visit.
I couldn't agree more. There's just so much to do. And then you add the snorkeling and the zip lining and all of that throughout Mexico. So There's a new little island called Holbox, and that's close to Cancun, Riviera Maya, where our hotel is there. I haven't had the chance to see it firsthand, but one of my colleagues went, and she's like, it's where all the celebrities are going now, and you can just take a ferry boat over there, and it's about a 2-hour ferry ride. So there's definitely the like traditional staple things to do in Mexico, and now there's like new, creative, authentic, fun things. And I definitely think for my age group, I'm trying to find like outside of the box ideas. So, you know, there's limitless options. If you want to check into the hotel and stay there till the minute you leave for the airport, there is plenty to do on property. But if you want to go out and explore, I have my lists of favorites and I'm happy to share them with you guys so that you can get the most out of your vacation.
And I'll say, Jen, I think like the one positive, obviously 2020 has been a year, we will all agree, right, for the whole world. But the one little positive of 2020 for me is seeing people rediscovering Mexico and, you know, I think at the high level, like rediscovering luxury Mexico. And I think that these hotels have been there for a long time, but it's been a little bit more of like, you know, as Americans, we're like, okay, where can we go next? And people are trying to go further and do something more exotic. But Mexico has so much to offer, and the food and the culture and the music and just beautiful, spectacular hotels and beaches. So I'm excited that I think people their interest has been piqued again to discover Mexico and to, you know, keep going back. And every time you go back, you can discover new things and do new things.
Absolutely. And one of the things that really stands out to me too is the proximity that it is in relation to the United States. So I know people tuning in are in different locations, but from Phoenix, it's under 2 hours direct to get to Cabo. Like it is absolutely feasible for a weekend or a long weekend. Puerto Vallarta, when I was just there, they have a nonstop there that was 2 hours and 20 minutes. Like some of my trips to California take longer than it does to get to
Exactly.
Mexico,
so. It's so easy. And the direct flights and schedules, even from the East Coast, there's tons of flights. And I think it's a great place for just families and couples and really people who, if you haven't been to Mexico in a few years, like now is a great time to rediscover it.
I couldn't agree more. Yes. So that pretty much concludes everything. Thank you so much. We hope to see you guys down in Mexico. My contact info is below, but of course your main point of contact is Janet and Angie. They have all the information that you could possibly need, but we're all here to support you guys and help you start planning your next trip.
Thank you
So many
so
fun
much.
options.
Yes, of course.
This was great.
Should I click the stop sharing or leave the slide up?
I think we're good. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. And thank you, Janet and Angie, for having me.
Absolutely. Good seeing you, Jen.
You too. Take care, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.